My people, I have gathered you here to listen to the words of Calchas, our wise high priest. He has seen, in a vision.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I've already played this mission 1,000 times. I know exactly what I was about to say.
Kira.
My lord.
Hopefully this time the recording functions correctly. Last time I recorded an entire episode, but it didn't actually record because the software wasn't compatible with it yet. I haven't gotten it working. Actually, I should do this first, and then that. Right now, the way I have it set up, there's no way to tell if it's working until I'm actually done. So I think I'll film half of this mission, and then check if it worked, and then if it has, I'll try filming the other half. At least that way there's not really as much invested into what could potentially
Yes,
be
great one.
nothing.
Death to the heathens!
I can't set the rally point on him, so they just follow him. So essentially we just need to claim the dock of the city of Troas, which I think is right here on the map, and then use that to build transports to take us to the other end of the ocean, or the sea actually, to this area where we will build a settlement.
Yes, great one.
I gotcha.
Really demystifying the entire experience by explaining everything beforehand.
My lord.
Yakusoba.
My lord.
Always remember to hotkey them.
Death to the heathen! Yes, great one.
So we're going to need a small task force.
Here.
I can't remember if the food degenerates over time like in Age of Empires. In the animals that have been hunted already. So we're probably going to have to have a pretty sizable workforce. Last time I had a very small workforce and it ended poorly, had a resource deficit and everything crashed to a halt. So there's a lot of weird things about Empire Earth and OBS's reaction to it. So I don't think I should elaborate too much. It's mostly just technical things. But just rest assured that it's black magic and sorcery. All of it. Yeah, look at this. That's 12 citizens. There's actually 13 of this. All on food gathering. Notification that I didn't care about. That's nice. So I'll probably end the recording, if it is recording that is at all, which I hope it is, at the taking of the dock and the building of the transports, to save it, load out of Empire Earth, close all of that, and see if it did successfully record. It's probably not actually a great idea to start building up the army until after we have the workforce, since, well, it's a terrible idea to build an army too quickly if you're not going to be rushing with it. great. What's not great is putting a lot of upgrades into a unit variety that becomes outdated later on in the epochs. That's just wasted resources. Do I have enough citizens here? That's not ideal. Look at this raw productivity. I'd actually like to age one epoch before continuing on to the city of Troas. I wonder how accurate to history this actually is.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to claim the dock before aging at least one epoch. And there's plenty of food nearby for doing so, and there's really no reason not to other than perhaps time constraints. Look at all this actually. Each one of these is 130 each. Yeah, that times 5. Over 600. Oh, there's more over here, so that's practically 1,000. And this only needs 850. This climactic music is perfect for watching this. Empire Earth has really well-made music, actually, a whole soundtrack. You know what I really hated about Empire Earth 2? The whole territory system. Completely revolting. I don't want preset territories, I want to make up my own territories. It's unrealistic to have preset territories. And that's kind of upsetting since the rest of the game was so great. Or at least in my opinion. For my purposes. Sometimes micromanagement is necessary so they don't get stuck. I can actually use these villagers to attack since they do so much damage. They have not very much health though, and their range isn't great either. Almost time for the aging. Only exactly 100 food left remaining until... this is probably the most uninteresting mission in the game, or one of the most uninteresting, since there's so little going on, so little to do also. Practically just waiting for things to happen. There. Now things can start to get going. with this game being so old, it's still really good. In fact, if anything, it should be remastered or remade or any other variety thereof. Almost there. It's moving very slowly. There. Now, I have access to spearmen and these things, which are siege units, the first siege units in the game, which I don't think we will actually need. Well, I'll make 2 for taking and destroying the towers, and then we should probably make a few spearmen, actually. Oh yeah, and at this point we can make an archery range.
Talas?
Which we
Carlos.
can use, actually. The ranged units from the archery range are much stronger than the ranged unit from the barracks.
Pote. Pote.
And I'll actually send these out to collect iron,
Stoma.
since at this point we'll be needing much more iron. And actually I'll
Pote.
also send 2 for gold
Stoma.
as well. I don't
Talas.
really care how far they need to travel.
Stoma.
It's not as if I'm in a rush to collect these resources.
Duarte.
An interesting thing also is that the amount you can upgrade the units by is a percent, not absolute, and so a unit with naturally high damage, you can upgrade their damage much greater than a unit of naturally low damage. You can see this upgrades it by 1, which is, I think, about 15% of 8.
Duarte.
This one you can upgrade by 9, which in this case is, I think, a 6th, almost a 6th. Of
Duarte.
its damage, which is 60. However, this is a siege unit, so it's only really good against buildings. Well, it's only meant to be used against buildings.
Limo.
And so it actually is a much better idea to enhance a unit's natural strength instead of trying to work out its weaknesses. And so ranged units, it's a good idea to upgrade their range and to enhance their properties. Now this one looks like it could use more damage, actually. And eventually we're also going to need to bring these
Talas?
citizens with us on the transports to building in the new territory to the far west. And it also looks like we're almost ready to go. Now there are so many things that I normally would have done at the beginning of an average Empire Earth game that I can't do here because it's a special mission. Now these eagles are actually real units in the world.
Pote.
Eventually we're going to run out of food stores on this island that we're on. Oh, look at this army though.
Digar.
We're actually at the unit camp. Yeah, and that was the last unit we needed to make. I'm going to bring these
Okay.
units also. I forgot something.
Stoma.
The boats take bobcap as well, so we're going to need to build at least one house. And eventually we're also going to need to build warships. Oh, hold on a second. Alright, I'm pretty sure I fixed whatever was a problem. I hate this setting here, the one that makes some buildings transparent at certain times, or all of the time. It breaks my immersion.
Stoma.
I'm actually going to build a few. Wait a second. This isn't even increasing anything. These houses can die. We'll naturally lose some of these units in the battle for the dock, so I guess that's fine.
Limo.
Sounding really unenthusiastic about all of this.
Nai.
This says +3. Is that additive or a replacement of the +2? And that's the real question.
Limo.
And I'm not actually sure. This says +1, so I assume it's additive actually, which is pretty good.
Digar. Dauta.
That would be a +5, which is an extra third on top of their base damage.
Digar. Yoyaki. Human.
So at this point we're going to want to go south in order to avoid the towers that are there.
Esto.
Since those towers we don't even need to confront.
Human.
Actually going to hotkey this entire army, as well as these civilians here, which I will also preload to this location.
Nai.
Normally, in a regular game, I would probably be building a forward operating base somewhere near the enemy base. And that's where I would be building most of the military units. Making sure actually to keep some kind of the primary base there.
Esto. This is the village of Troas. Help me find their dock so that I may seize control of it. Their city is magnificent. They have much knowledge, which we shall learn and use to build a city of our own.
This entire situation is a bit mosh pit. I'm going to retract these units back to this area over here, since this water we can actually walk on. Distraction.
We are under attack.
Now we have a dock. Let us build transports, then set sail for Thessaly. We will know our destination by the goats grazing there.
So fortunately, that problem, that technical difficulty, displayed to me that it was working in the recording, so I don't actually need to stop.
Esto.
So bobcap has been reduced. That's fortunate. What's not fortunate is that we actually need much more iron now. So
Talas. Stoma.
you and
Zunte.
you now just you actually are now designated to iron. And
Zunte.
you who are not doing anything actually designated to food, not iron. We need food more.
Talas?
these can come over here.
Stoma.
Stoma.
I'm going to build one of these preemptively since we're going to need it anyway.
Duote. Duote.
I'm going to send these two to the tower that I know is over here, just to destroy it, so it's not a complication later, just in case.
We are under attack.
Also, I'm going to spend these civilization points on something I know will be very helpful, such as citizen speed, which is not only cheap, but also very effective at helping. There. So now, these will be in the perfect position to cause damage.
Yes, great. Death to the heathens.
That's a problem. Actually, send in all of them.
Esto.
Yes, death to the heathens. Stay the infidel.
Dauta.
I just noticed something. There's no attack ground that I can see here. That's very strange.
Stay the infidel.
Honestly, what kind of RTS doesn't have an attack ground companion? Or some kind of equivalent? Now, with the unit with this much health, upgrading health would be a good idea. So because of enhanced citizen speed, the citizens, their commute to and from the iron will be much less cumbersome. Wow. And the economy at home base has actually disintegrated. Where did all the civilians go? I did take away 5 of them, but that shouldn't cause them to be so intensely sparse now.
Pote. Carlos.
Still need iron. We don't really need very much more food.
Talas.
So actually move these from food to iron. Look at that.
Limo.
I'm pretty sure this will be enough to take to the new land.
Chaos. Sunte. Stoma.
So these I'm actually going to use to distract the enemy battleships while I transport across. The plan is not to beat them in battle, but to keep them out of the way long enough.
Seguimos. Talas.
So we know we
Pote.
need these things.
Yes, great one.
That's
We are under attack. Stay the infidel.
So that's
Nice.
one battleship that actually gave itself away for nothing, actually, because the dock repairs boats in its vicinity.
Seguimos. Human. Nine.
So it appears that our prophet here takes up a lot of
Yes,
space in
great
the boat.
Talas. Nine.
Since I
Seguimos.
only have 5 civilians in one of him, he must take up 5 spaces.
Dauta. Human.
And of course, I'm going to take the
Leon.
best units
Talas.
first, just in case there's not enough room for them later.
Digar. Limo. Human.
There, we have space for 3 more if we wanted to bring 3 more, which I do. I'll actually make 3 more here. There. And all 6 of you can go do something else instead of just staying there. We're short on wood, so we can use that. And you 2 can do gold now. You see multiple barracks type buildings. I never knew until much more recently. You can sort of do parallel processing where each one of them is producing units at exactly the same speed, but the total production rate is multiplied by the number of barracks.
Dauda. Nai. Esto.
Which means, well, quite simply, I was never very good at RTSs, and I'm still not. However, I'm much better at them now than ever before, so at least there's that.
We're under attack!
What is it this time?
Dauda. Nai.
Wow, look at our damage deals. So it looks like they're trying to attack still, even though
We're under
resistance
attack!
is futile. They should know that. One of the 3 units we sent forward are going to be destroyed.
Nai.
Correction, at least 1. So now we should see. Wow, look at how much damage they're doing to those transports. Just maybe it's actually going to keep these here temporarily to heal them. So we're not handy careful on this. This is not what I expected.
Stoma. Kalos. Sunti.
We're under attack!
Yes, siege time.
Stoma.
So now we pull that back. Well, the one that pulled that is
We're under attack!
it's smart, so it knows. Attacking the one that's damaged. Pull that away so it doesn't get destroyed by the volley. That's disappointing. Going to make more of these spearmen and send them forward. They're totally out of iron.
We're under attack!
Alright, we tried to destroy the dock. Perhaps we should have tried to strike drives, so they wouldn't have done this. try attacking.
Human.
We're under attack.
We're prepared to unload.
At last, we have reached the land called Thessaly. But we dare not settle just anywhere. Let us search for a high plateau where we can safely build our new village. I will know the right location when I see it.
My lord Heracles, strange warriors from the north have set upon us, and they ride horses, a most fearsome sight to behold. We must defend ourselves.
You know, joke's on you, because even though I sustained heavy losses, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty.
Stoma.
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 My lord, we're under attack.
I'm going to use one of my two special units healing power first.
This shall be the site of our new village. We must build a settlement and a barracks on this high plateau, as we learned from the people of Troas.
So
A
barracks
plateau
first.
is more easily defended against enemies.
Carlos.
So we're going to build the barracks and then make units out of it in order to bolster our defenses, since they will be sending more.
Calas.
The gods are pleased with
We're
us.
under attack.
They have made known to me, in a vision, that we must build a temple where we can worship. We shall construct this temple on our new Acropolis, in addition to the buildings Heracles wishes us to build.
So before continuing, we're going to just build up more defenses, because they're going to be sending more, and they will only send them once we've built more. Also going to make rock throwers because, why not? We have the resources for it. We do not have the resources for the temple though. We'll need to build that up. Yeah, which we are. I'm going to build this far in the back so it's out of the way of anything. This journey has been harrowing.
We're under attack.
Pote.
You can stop that now, though.
My lord, yes, great one. Death to the heathens.
Pote.
There, and then now we only need to wait for the wood for the temple, and then we're done. funniest thing is actually, I think this is one of the hardest missions in the early campaigns. Things get a lot easier once you can exercise your skills more. It's much more difficult when you're driven into a hallway with only very few options.
Stoma.
Almost. There, end of mission. We're done now.
The future of our new village is secure. Let us tame this land and
Look at
call
that
it our
picture in
own.
the background. So, these were the green enemy, which were a pain to deal with. And these are the orange enemy, Troas, which we needed to deal with first. Which were also a pain, but in a different way. Wow, the zoom is not great on this mountain. And you can only get worse from there. Now look at that. And of course we did everything that we did on a shoestring budget, as you can see by the atrophy in our base here. Actually quite surprising that we won at all. Especially even being against two enemies. But that's the end.